Good morning, baseball fans, and welcome back to iHeart Sports. We're going to be going over the May 28th Friday baseball games. It's a very interesting Friday, scheduled 14 games, but we had four postponed, which pretty unusual. It looks like the East Coast was really getting hit by rain yesterday. Thankfully, on the West Coast, we were doing all right. But East Coast, we had four postponed games. We had two games that didn't even go the full duration. One final in 7, one final in 6. And then we had 3 of the 10 games that actually got played went to extra innings. So quite an interesting Friday night for baseball. Overall, a lot of interesting stuff going on. So I'm going to try and walk through what I caught on the night. And if you guys want to go down there in the comment section below, let me know what you guys saw, what you want to add to the comment, and keep the discussion going. I never want to stop on this channel, so let's keep it going. Go down there, like, subscribe, join the community, all that fun jazz. We're going to rip through it today because it's early morning Saturday, and yeah, we got things to do, places to be. Cubs 1, Reds 0. This was the matinee game on Friday, as the Cubs do when they host games on Fridays. Not much to say, really. This was a 1-0 game. A lot. Azalea dealt. The Cubs got that one run off a home run by David Bodie, and that was pretty much it. Not too much else to add to that. Azalea goes 5.2, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks, whereas Gutierrez goes 5-1, 3 strikeouts. I'm going to butcher that name. First time I've ever seen it. But yeah, Azalea has really been a nice find for the Cubs as of late. He's been pitching very well, and the Cubs bullpen continues to get it done. Kimbrel comes in for his 12th save of the season, and don't look now, the Cubs are super hot, right on the tail of the Cardinals, but the Cardinals managed to get through. This is one of the games that was shortened by rain. I don't think 2 extra innings would have really mattered. This one was final in 7. Blue Jays 11, Indians 2. At first, the Indians got out and they got to Ryu quick early in this game, 2 runs, but after that, the Jays really poured it on. 6 runs in 2 innings, and then another 5 a couple innings later. Joe Panik hits his first of the season. He's been a little bit on the DL this season, but he is back and he hits his home run. Ryu goes 5, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks for his 5th win of the season. This Morgan guy getting 2.2, 6 earned runs. Looks like I believe it was his first start as a starter, and he didn't shape up so well, definitely against this tough Blue Jays lineup. Again, the weather, they were trying to squeeze in. They knew the weather was going to be rough. They tried to squeeze this game in, and at least they did, and the Jays come out with the win. Another game on the East Coast in Boston. Only went 6 innings, Red Sox 5, Marlins 2, and it's final in 6. Home runs, we got Alfaro hitting his first for the Marlins, and it was a 2-run shot in that second inning. The Marlins were up to a quick 2-0 lead, and Verdugo comes in the 5th inning, hits a nice 3-run bomb, which ends up being the big difference. They were tied 2-2 at that point. This was at the bottom of the 5th. They gave the Marlins another shot at the top of the 6th, and then they called the game. Must have been due to the weather. The weather on the East Coast must have been crazy. Martin Perez goes 5, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks. Poteet 4.1, 5 earned runs for a little bit of a rough ending for him. He picks up his first loss of the season. Going along to another East Coast game that actually played, we have the Detroit Tigers 3, Yankees 2. I guess Detroit isn't technically, it's not on the coast, so I guess that's a little bit of the reason this one probably went through. They were 1-1 going, and they went into extras. The Yankees put up their expected run in that top of the 10th, and the Detroit Tigers, they actually bounced back in the bottom with a nice walk-off home run from Robbie Grossman. His 6th of the season gets it done. Rogner Odor hits his 5th of the season off Casey Miz in the 5th inning, which tied up the game at the time. But Garrett Cole, he's getting the no decision, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 Ks. He continues to pitch like amazing. Cy Young candidate for sure. Wilson gets the loss on this. And Casey Miz on the other side has a really good outing, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. He's been fairly inconsistent for the Tigers, but when he's on, he's definitely been on. Garcia comes in and gets the win in the extra inning situation. And the Yankees, they're on a little bit of a rough patch here after losing 2 of 3 against the Blue Jays and now losing to the Tigers. Not a great sign. Going on to another game, extra innings, 11 innings. This one went 10-3. quite an interesting score for a game that goes to extra innings. You don't see that very often. But the Padres just piled and piled and piled in the top of the 11th. They scored 7 runs. And Houston didn't even really try. It seems like they didn't get anything going in the bottom, and they got 0. In the 10th, they both put up 1. So before that, it was 2-2, and it was a very close game. McCormick hits his 4th of the season for the Houston Astros. And then on the other side, Tommy Pham hits his 3rd of the season, and Tatis Jr. hits his 14th of the season, which is the game-tying home run in the 8th inning, which sent this one to extras. And yeah, pretty much that. Lamet goes 3, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. They still seem to have Lamet on a very short leash, but he did go 64 pitches, so his pitch count is slowly rising, and I'm sure they're slowly stretching him out. The bullpen comes in. Melancon gets his blown save, but also his first win. Does it count as a blown save, which is so lame because of the extra inning situation? I hate it, but that's the way they're doing it. Valdez goes 4, 1 earned runs, 4 Ks, and no decision. Moving on, we got Royals 8, Twins 3. To me, this was an interesting series because both these teams were kind of like heating up, this is like a turning point possibly. If Minnesota came in here and swept, they would definitely be on fire and on their way back to 500. KC doesn't want that to happen because they do have a lead on Minnesota, and they want to get back in the hunt with the White Sox and the Indians, so this is what they're trying to do, turning this one back on track. The Twins got out to an early lead in the 4th, so mid-game lead in the 4th. They were up 1-0, but then Kansas City and the Twins bullpen just gave up 8 over a course of a couple innings, and then it was 8-1, and they didn't really look back, even though they scored a couple of runs. Garver hits his 8th home run of the season. It was that one that gave them the lead off Bubik. No home runs for the Royals. They just managed to generate a bunch of players on their team with 2-hit performances. Bubik picks up his first win of the season, his first decision of the season, which is pretty interesting, actually. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, and Dobnak on the other side goes 6 earned runs, 3 Ks, so it's not necessarily just the bullpen in this case. Like I said, I figured he would have been pulled after 5, but I guess not. He ends up getting the loss, and the Twins continue to lose. Tempers were high in this game. Athletics 3, Angels 1. When Ohtani pitched an inside pitch to Canna got a little heated, and Suzuki got up in his face, and it was pretty interesting. Ohtani is definitely quite the character. You just see him chuckling on the mound. I guess he just doesn't understand this kind of stuff, right? With the language barrier, he's getting yapped at and all that stuff. No home runs in this game. The A's got out to a 1-0 lead in the 6th. The Angels answered right back on the top of the 7th, but then Oakland came back in the bottom of the 7th and put up 2 more, and it was off Ohtani in that 7th. He couldn't escape. He went 6 innings, pitched 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. So in that 7th inning, they put him in, and he just couldn't close the door. Manea goes 6.2, 1 earned runs, 8 Ks. So it was definitely a very big pitcher's duel for the 6 innings here, and in the 7th inning is when teams starting to give up a little bit here, and they went to their bullpens, whereas Oakland's closed the door with only 1 earned run, and on the other side, Angels had zeros, but they already had the fallen behind, and that makes the difference. It'll be interesting to see if the Tempers carry over. They are division rivals. Will they carry over into the next couple of days? We will only see on that one. Cardinals 8, Diamondbacks 6, and this one was a lot of offense. Cardinals got to Mad Bumgarner right away, 4 runs in the top of the 1st. O'Neill hit his 10th home run of the season. Arenado hit his 11th of the season as well off of Bumgarner. That's probably helped close the difference here. The O'Neill one was a 2-run shot. The Arenado one just a 0-run shot. Arizona tried to chip away at the lead, a couple of runs here in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, but the Cardinals added to their lead in the 3rd and 4th to make it 7-3 halfway through the game. Arizona tried to make a late run at it, but they fell a little bit short. Oviedo goes 4.1, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. He was struggling, though, for the most part. Bases loaded a couple times. A lot of runners in scoring position that they just stranded. I think he's lucky to get out with the no decision this one. Bumgarner goes 4, 6 earned runs, and picks up the loss, a couple of home runs. He's now 4-5 on the season, and Arizona falls again. And the Cardinals are maintaining that half-game lead on the Cubs, which they really, really, really need. Moving on, Giants 8, Dodgers 5. This was an extra inning game, but it all came down to the 9th inning, where the Dodgers put up a 3-spot to tie the game. But then we see Albert Pujols at the plate and hits that massive line drive that gets robbed by the Giants player. I'm trying to find Tauchman. Tauchman robs him at the warning track over the wall, a line drive, and that would have been the game. However, it was robbed right in the bottom of the 9th. San Fran comes in the top of the 10th and puts up 3 and able to close the door. So the streak is over. San Francisco has won a game against the Dodgers, which is huge. It's huge for them. Duggar hits his 3rd home run of the season. Buster Posey his 10th of the season in the 8th inning, which is a big part of their win. Beatty for the Dodgers hits his 2nd of the season. And Austin Barnes hits his 2nd of the season as well in the 9th inning, a 3-run bomb, which is this close to being the difference maker. Buehler goes 6, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. Escalfani goes 4.2, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. I would say that both teams had plenty of opportunities to blow up the starting pitchers. It just didn't happen. Left on base, you can see 27 left on base for the Dodgers. So San Francisco got out of that one with the skin of their teeth, and they'll take it. I'm sure they will take it. Mariners 3, Rangers 2. Mariners got a 3-0 lead after 3, and then Mariners tacked on a couple along. The Mariners got out to a 3-0 lead, and the Rangers tacked on a couple following, but fell a little bit short. Home run from Lewis, his 3rd of the season, a 2-run shot. Was the only home run in the game. Lyles goes 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks for the Rangers. Sheffield 5, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout. Now 4-4 on the season, and they got Swanson coming in for the save at the end, his 1st save of the season. Mariners now have won back-to-back games against Rangers. They have a nice 4-game series over the weekend. Mariners, can't put my finger on these guys. When I say they're hot, they're not, and when I say they're not, they're hot. So just gonna keep my distance on these teams and watch, and pretty much it. But yeah, that's Friday night. We had interesting 10 games, short games, long games, you name it. We saw it. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. We'll be doing these every single day. I call it Wake Up with Baseball. Yeah, thanks for everything. Bye.